Fortnite's second birthday event is closer than you think, with new rewards, challenges, and more that we definitely have to talk about. And there's also some stuff with the robot that's happening, so let's jump into it. Alright guys, welcome back to another Fortnite video, and in this one it's sort of a little bit of update news, because if you did not know, Fortnite's second birthday is very soon. It is just around the corner, which means that there's a new event going to be happening. So we're going to be talking about all of the details that we know so far, as well as going over some other update news, again, like I said, with the robot, some things found in the files surrounding that. It's going to be a very fun video, so if you do enjoy it, hit that like button down below, subscribe if you're new around here for more fun videos like this, and if you want to help me out, use code TheLlamaSir in the item shop. I appreciate that a ton. But without further ado here, let's jump on into it with the first thing that I want to talk about in today's video, and that is first about the robot stuff. Don't worry, the stuff about the birthday event is coming up right after that. That's like the majority of the video, but I wanted to talk real quick about some robot things, because there have been some interesting things happening, like this first of which is from Donald Mustard. He updated his location. Now, it's nothing crazy, I'll say that right now, but it is interesting that he's now talking about the construction stuff again. I think he was talking about Stranger Things in the past, and this time it is now construction. That is what it says, which is obviously in reference to the robot being built at the pressure plant, which has been a huge thing. We know that the robot is more than likely going to be fighting the sea monster from Polar Peak, and that makes a ton of sense. That's obviously why they'd be building it. But now again that Donald Mustard is referencing that it's being constructed, I'm assuming that it's going to be finishing up fairly soon. Now, with that being said, if you go into game right now as of today, and depending on when you're watching this video, there might be more added, but if you take a look, you can see that the torso, or like chest piece, is now on there, which means that we're getting close to this thing being fully finished. What it needs now is a few different things. Now, according to Fort Tory on Twitter, there's a few more steps left, but it's a little bit confusing, and more might be added in the next update. Now, currently it seems like we are on stage 5, which is the torso, but then there's stage 6, 7, and 8, which goes from bicep left to bicep right to forearm left. And then again, it's a little bit confusing, because obviously wouldn't we then have a forearm right? And also, of course, the head. The robot has to have a head, right? A lot of people have been saying that if it is the rubber ducky at Loot Lake or wherever it's been moving, that would be amazing. Fortnite, you better make that happen. Probably not gonna happen, but yeah. So with that being said, I did talk about a date in, I think, my previous video, but that may change according to this news. We predicted that if things get added like every 2 days, that maybe the 14th or the 15th is when it gets finished. But now, since it's looking like there may be 2 more stages, it's possible it could then happen on like maybe the 17th, maybe the 19th, around there. It depends on what else has to be added to the robot, and then of course taking into account the time of the robot to actually activate. But as you guys may remember, when that stuff happened, there is going to be a countdown, so you know, we'll get a little bit of an indication of when that fight is going to happen. According to Lucas7 Yoshi, who posted about the countdown timer, is in the files, that is most likely going to be for this event and for the robot fight and stuff like that. So yeah, a ton of interesting info about that, but let's go ahead and get into it with the main thing I want to talk about in this video, and that is about the birthday event. A lot of interesting stuff to talk about here, so let's go ahead and jump on into it. So yeah guys, starting it out here, the birthday event, it's not officially confirmed quite yet, but I'm like 99% sure it's going to happen, because obviously, as you guys remember, about a year ago we had the first birthday event, so why would they not do a second birthday event? I mean, how can you have a first birthday event and not a second birthday event? That's like incredibly unlikely, so we're pretty much confirmed to get this event. Now, with that being said, it is going to happen sooner than you may have thought, because Fortnite's birthday is actually coming up very soon. Leave a guess down below in the comments. What date do you think it is? It's in July. Let's see if you're right. 3, 2, 1. Fortnite's birthday is on July 24th. But according to Fortnite itself, like if you looked at Fortnite's Twitter, they put up happy birthday Fortnite fans, Fortnite first. So I'll go with what Fortnite says. And also, that's technically the release date of like Fortnite itself with the Save the World, not really the Battle Royale mode. So something to keep in mind there. So the 24th is in a little over 2 weeks, like 1 day over 2 weeks. So this event is more than likely going to be happening super soon, and I'm excited for it. So yeah, with that being said though, we'll talk about challenges and rewards and stuff like that and other things in the event coming up in just a sec here. But when is it going to start? When is the start date for this new event? Well, it's very likely that it is going to be starting on the exact birthday of July 24th for Fortnite. And I mean, obviously that would just make a lot of sense because it's, well, the birthday of Fortnite. But if you take a look at the very first event, the first birthday event, I mean, that itself started on July 24th. So I don't see why they would switch that up unless they wanted to get an early start. But as we've seen in the past, especially with like the collaboration, like with Marvel and John Wick, they don't like to start events earlier than things happen. So more than likely expect July 24th to be the date of this event starting. And oh man, I'm excited. I cannot wait for this, because then moving on here to like what we can expect to see during this event. And then after that, we'll talk about some possible rewards and stuff like that. Like we've got some good ones, especially a skin that could definitely be releasing soon. But what can we expect from this birthday event number 2? Well, basically, obviously, we're going to be getting challenges and stuff like that, more than likely, since the first birthday event was like maybe if not the first event to have challenges where you could unlock rewards and stuff like that. At least it was like one of the first, because if you go back, they even had like an image of the challenges, which was really cool. But you had technically 4 different challenges. The one was the overall one where you had to complete all 3 challenges to earn the reward item, and that reward item itself was the birthday cake back bling, which is still one of my favorites. It's a fun one to use, and actually taking a look at it in game here, as you can see, if you weren't around to get this reward, this is what it was. It was basically obviously a birthday cake with candles on top of it with a number 1 with like little fire flames on it. It looks delicious, by the way. But on top of that, you also had like a slice taken out of it that like moved around a little bit when you were running around, jumping around, stuff like that. It was a pretty cool reward. I really liked it. And then the challenges themselves, you had play 14 matches. I think that's because a fortnight is technically 14 days. So that's why they had play 14 matches. That only got you 5,000 XP. But then after that, you had deal damage to opponents, which was 1,000 damage. Very simple. That got you a special birthday cake emoticon or like cupcake. Pretty interesting right there, but nothing too crazy. And then after that, we had the dance in front of different birthday cakes. I made a full guide for you guys on that one, and that helped you to get the special birthday spray or whatever it's called. I don't know the exact name, but it's this one right here. So yeah, there were some very interesting challenges, but this time around, I'm expecting them to add even more challenges, because like look at 14 Days of Summer, for example. We had, well, 14 days of challenges, technically 15 challenges and rewards. So I'm expecting them to do more than like 4 that they had last time, especially since if you take a look back at that event, it went from July 24th all the way to August 7th, which is pretty much 2 weeks, similar to 14 Days of Summer, although 14 Days of Summer obviously lasts more than 2 weeks. But I mean, come on, if it's gonna last that long, they gotta have like at least 14 challenges or something like that. Maybe 10 is a good number to expect. And then for the rewards, obviously they'd be pretty similar to what we've had in the past as well. Probably get another back bling, maybe a pickaxe or something like that, similar to how we had in 14 Days of Summer. And don't worry guys, we'll go through like some ideas and stuff of things that could very likely be coming in this event. But like we'll probably get a spray, an emoticon, maybe a music pack. Okay, wait a second, I just remembered the beautiful music of the battle bus during the Fortnite birthday event. Oh my goodness, please bring that back, please. That was like the best. If you guys do not remember that music as a music pack, I mean, come on, that was my favorite. Oh my goodness, they have to bring that back, please. And actually, speaking of which, they're probably going to add a special battle bus or bring back the old one, similar to how they brought back the one for the Christmas event. But the birthday event battle bus was super cool. I'll put up a picture or a little video on screen of when I think I recorded some of it. I mean, I had to have, right? I don't know. I'll put whatever on screen. But on top of that, looking at like 14 Days of Summer, yeah, pretty much maybe a wrap as well, a birthday wrap. Stuff like that could definitely make a lot of sense. Now, keeping it going here, guys, there's definitely some things that could be very, very likely, and the first of which is a skin that we thought would be released for the last birthday event in Fortnite, but it never actually got released in Battle Royale. It was instead kept for Save the World. However, this time around, I think it's pretty likely that we could be seeing it for Battle Royale. So basically, this skin was known as Hero Birthday Brigade Ramirez, I'm pretty sure. And obviously, it was a version of the Ramirez skin, but it was really cool because it had like the Fortnite birthday type theme going on with like a little birthday hat, the one on her arm, and also like the sprinkles shirt and stuff like that. It was like a simple skin, but a pretty cool one that obviously went with the Fortnite birthday stuff pretty well. But again, it was only for Save the World, which was super surprising because it was even shown like with the Battle Royale stuff in an image with the Battle Royale bus, birthday cake that we got as a back bling, and even the, well, obviously the zombies are from Save the World, but they were carrying cakes that were seen in Battle Royale. So this time around, I'm thinking it's very likely that we could be seeing this skin and come into the item shop. Probably not a reward, as we've never really had a skin as a reward, or specifically an outfit. But yeah, this time around, I think that could be pretty likely, and I'm really hoping they do release that one. Now after that then, I had this idea for a pickaxe that could definitely be super cool, and basically that would be a birthday candle pickaxe. So what do I mean by that? Well, as you guys know, on birthday cake and stuff like that, even on the Fortnite birthday cake back bling, they had candles and stuff on it. So what if we had like a giant candle as a pickaxe? And that is why I had to go and make this concept right here, which just looks, doesn't it look like something Fortnite would do? A giant candle, and then you would have the flame on the top of it. When you're swinging it, the flame would move around. I think that would be very interesting and something that would make a lot of sense as a pickaxe that Fortnite would include as a reward for this event. Also, if you guys have ideas for things, leave them down below in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. But on top of that, since we got a birthday cake back bling last time with a big 1 on it, it's possible we could see something with like a 2 on it, maybe an updated back bling, maybe different colors and stuff like that. Maybe we'll also see like a cupcake back bling instead. They did do the emoticon with like a cupcake, so maybe they'll go ahead and do a back bling cupcake this time. But on top of that, maybe we'll get like a throwable version of a cupcake. That would be pretty cool. I'd enjoy that, since also in 14 Days of Summer we got a toy which was the water balloon. So having a throwable toy for the birthday stuff, I think that is pretty likely. But yeah guys, that is pretty much it for today's video. So I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to leave a like down below and subscribe if you're new for more news on events and things happening in Fortnite. I love keeping you guys up to date. And on top of that, be sure to check out some of my previous videos here, such as on the left, where to find the tiny rubber ducky for the 14 Days of Summer challenges, and then on the right, talking about the likely Season 10 theme. But other than that guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one.